For this project, you'll work mainly in the Wikispaces platform so that you can share work more easily with team members. So when you log into the Sakai homepage and click on Wikispaces here, you will get the homepage for the uh, analytical report, and what you should see is a gray navigation panel here called the Wiki Controls panel. If you don't see it, click on this icon, the Show Hide Wiki Controls, and that will make the panel appear and disappear. So just make sure that this is here so that you can find your team space. But first, before you do anything else, read the project overview, which will give you information about working in groups and an idea for what the project should look like and other important information. So here's the overview of the instructions. And then each team has a group space, which you'll find by clicking on projects. So if you click here, go to Analytical Report, and you can see where your team is and where you are. If you click on the team number, you'll go directly to your team's homepage where you can add the first content to your workspace. If you've never used a wiki before, it's designed to be pretty straightforward. All the project instructions are listed on your team pages, so you should click this drop-down menu and you'll get links to the rest of the steps in the project. I've only posted the instructions for the first few steps. There will be more later, but for right now you can get started on what's available here. So to add content, let's say you're working on, let's stay on the home page for just a second. You're going to add your name and contact information here, maybe reintroduce yourself. Anytime you're adding content to the wiki, you basically click the edit button and format your response as if you're typing an email. So let's say, put here's my phone number, my intro and my phone number, okay, etc. I want to upload a picture by clicking on the Insert Images icon. So you select the file from your computer, you upload it, you click on it, and or hit the Insert button, and then you get this ginormous picture, which you don't really want. So you can format it by using this menu here, making it the size that you want. And this is good to know because anytime you add content, it does rearrange what's already there. So you want to make sure that it's still readable and arranged in a way that makes sense so that when other people read it, it looks okay. So if you ever want to see what it looks like before you save it, you hit the preview button and it will show you what it looks like. So sometimes things look odd, like I'm not sure how to fix this, but if you play around with it, you might be able to figure it out. If you ever want to attach like a PDF or a Microsoft Word document, you simply upload the file from your computer and wherever your file is, and then you can add attachments this way for supplemental material or anything else that you want to add to share with your group. So anyway, if you like what you have in the preview, then you hit save, and then everyone can see what you've added. So that's what that looks like. And then let's see. To go on to see the rest of what's here, you click on your drop-down menu and click on the first step. Here's the first individual assignment, which is to read Chapter 8 and get a feel for what else is involved in the analytical report. It'll give you some helpful information on getting started and how to work with these kinds of documents. So then after reading that, the first step is to brainstorm some topics for Project 4. And each member will contribute some topics about a problem you'd like to see fixed on campus. And here are some ideas. Your problem list can be about anything, really. I suggest that you start with things that annoy you because sometimes that's a good way to get ideas for what to write about. So in a brainstorming session, you can write down whatever comes to mind, but remember that the problem you end up deciding on as a group should be one that you can inform through research. So for example, like let's say that you notice the soap dispensers in your residency hall always seem to be empty, or maybe the toilet paper runs out too quickly, whatever. That's annoying, but it will be hard to find research to address solutions to that problem because the problem is too narrow in scope. That's a really lame example, but you get the idea. So on the other hand, let's say that some of the bathrooms still have lead paint and you think a solution to that problem might be to repaint the walls. So you can probably research that, how much it would cost, how much the labor would cost, how long it would take, what other buildings on campus need to be fixed with that issue, etc. So just make sure that you end up deciding for step 2 on a problem that can be researched. So when you're ready to type your or add your response, click on edit. And I actually recommend that you type everything in Microsoft Word first and then copy it and paste here when you're finished. So, you add your whatever you want to say, and then you're going to answer some questions here. Okay, just elaborate a little bit on the problem, and then you're going to choose one from your list to elaborate and respond to some questions here. So when you're ready, it's again, type your content or copy and paste it from Microsoft Word, preview and save. We'll just hit cancel so that it doesn't save this. And then you can all see what you're thinking and what everyone wants to share. So things to keep in mind when you are adding content are, because others are going to see what you've written, you might consider choosing a different font style or a different color to respond to every time you add content. So let's go back here. And the way to do that, these things will just distinguish your work from what other people are writing. So you can either, add your name and maybe type in a different size font or color or whatever. If you want to adjust anything, you can make it a heading and that will make it larger or smaller. If you want to undo anything, just hit the undo button. And to add different styles, you can click on this icon with the paint palette and you can choose a different font. You can choose a text color. If you ever need to edit anything, let's see. Okay, so that's how you would do this, apply styles. And then you've got hot pink text. Whatever's easiest for you. So, you don't have to do this. You don't have to change the color or the size, but I just need to be able to see what you've added. And your teammates need to see what you've added when you do your post. So when I go to grade your work or take attendance, I need to be able to quickly see what you've added. So just make sure that your responses are easy to find and easy to read. And then remember too that when you're adding or adding content or editing a page, you don't want to just go in and delete what somebody else has written if it needs to be fixed. If you need to revise something, you can edit it, but it's probably a good idea to let your team know what you fixed and why, just to be respectful to them and to keep everybody in the loop and updated on what's going on. So for the first few steps, there's room for everyone to add their own ideas and contributions. So to be counted as being present in class for that day, everyone needs to contribute helpful, meaningful ideas and suggestions so that you're not counted absent. So I'm going to check the pages after the due dates to make sure that you've posted and fulfilled your part of the project for that day, and that's how you are counted as being in class. So for steps 3 and 4, the outline and the work plan and outline, you can decide as a group however you want to get this done. You can edit the pages together, or you can assign people to do specific parts and then make changes along the way. However you want to do it. Go ahead and get started. You can make changes to what's here as long as you have internet access, and you can work on any of these parts before the deadlines and go ahead and get started. If you run into issues along the way, please email me and I will do my best to help.